You notice he sings the right words in it, too.
It was a bit different than your version.
See, on my original record, he played the melody where that I got lost when I was taking the piano ride. That's the reason why you hear that fifth walk down.
Yeah, but you sold 1 million records on that.
Yeah, well, hey. Well, you know, this brings up a good question here. Mickey was talking about the fact that when he first started in the business, he was in your shadow for a while. Was there any musical rivalry between the two of you at all?
I never thought so. I always, I love Jerry because I think he's the best talent in the family. I've stated that for years. I still think so.
Well, we've never thought any different.
He's getting fired up now.
When did I play this piece in the theater?
Yeah, I know. Now, wait a minute. Jerry Lee, he talks about the time that I think he was giving you a ride to the airport and you had this big roll of $100 bills or something, and that's what got him into the business. Did he come to you and ask for advice on how to make it in showbiz?
No, he never did that. And I don't remember no big roll of $100 bills.
He don't remember it because that's when Hobby Airport was open in Houston. It's still open today, but that was the only airport we had. We didn't have, Intercontinental in Houston.
Yeah.
And Jerry had played someplace there. I don't know where he'd played at, but he came in and he did his act with just the band that they furnished for him. And I don't know.
Didn't have a band with?
Well, you had a band, but you used a lot of musicians that was already there. You might have had 2 or 3 pieces with you. But anyway, I ended up.
That's all I got with me now.
They're fighting already. See, I knew there was rivalry. I just knew it. Hey, we want the two of you to take a look at a photo here. We're going to pop a photo up. A place that's near and dear to both of your hearts. Jerry Lee, tell the folks where that is and what it is.
Well, I would say that would be the Little Assembly of God Church in Faraday, Louisiana. I think, isn't that it?
That's where we all 3 went to church at. Me and Jimmy and Jerry.
Did you sing together in church when you were kids?
Uh-huh. We sure did.
And the thing that used to get us in trouble more than anything else is when something would happen and we'd pull a seat or something up to somebody and it'd fall on the floor.
You did.
All right, you played tricks?
And then Jerry was good at, doing something like that and then blaming it on me.
Well, so wait a minute. Are you saying he was the mean little kid?
I'm saying that he just don't know what he's talking about exactly.
Oh, is that right?
It's like that joke I told you, it's too sweet.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I never did that before in my life.
Well, now, Jerry Lee, what do you remember about being a kid with with Mickey and Jimmy Swaggart?
Well, I remember having the greatest times of our life. We all used to go to school together and to church together, and we all learned to play on my piano, the same piano.
Let me tell you something that happened.
Here we go.
And let's see if he remembers this. Let me tell you this little story here, and you see if you remember this, all right? I remember at the little high school there in Faraday, we were all out on recess, so to speak, and we had this football, and we were throwing it around. And I was interested in this little gal.
I don't think I'd say that.
Yeah, you know this.
I wouldn't tell that on television. That wouldn't be very nice, Nick.
Well, I'm just going to tell you because it was a cute story.
Don't call any names.
He'll clean it up. Don't call any names. All right.
I'm not going to call any names, but anyway, I was interested in this little gal. I was just a kid. I didn't know what, puppy
You
love,
and
so to speak.
Jimmy were interested.
All right. Anyway, we were throwing this football around, and this little gal was out there with us, and Jimmy, or Jerry, I don't know which one of us threw the ball. I don't remember which one threw it. Do you remember?
You.
Oh, he knows this one.
You were throwing the ball to
Anyway, the
Jimmy.
word has it that she was wearing a wig. And, a wig is not bad, but the thing about it is that she had no hair at all, but we didn't know that. But she was a very pretty gal. It was a disease she had, and she lost her hair. And anyway, the ball hit her right on the front, and it went off, and it scared us to death. I ran like a rabbit.
That's not true. Mickey did that and Jimmy, and they laughed so hard they cried. I felt sorry for the girl, and I got the girl.
Yeah. You try to get it on right.
Well, I felt sorry for her, and I sure did.
Yeah. It was the time we were kids, and it was.
Well, I know. Sometimes you never know how kids are.
And if she's watching tonight, she knows that we're just having fun with it. It don't mean anything.
I didn't laugh at her.
Well, I didn't laugh either. You just said I did.
You did laugh at her, you laughed at her.
No, wait a minute. We don't want to break down the tour. I understand that.
It's only been a few years ago.
I know, it's been a few. I understand there is a possibility the two of you may tour and work together. Will that ever happen?
Well,
do
he
you think?
talked about wanting to do he said he wanted to do a bus tour because he's getting to where he don't want to fly so much anymore.
Uh-huh.
And I tell him, whenever he's ready, turn the crank. I've been on those buses
I
a
think it'll
lot.
be fun. I think it'll be fun.
I would love to record an album with Mickey myself. That's what I would like to do. A duet album.
We've worked on that quite some time, but we never have gotten together and put
That
it
should
together.
be done.
Well, now, seeing the way, though, that the two of you tell stories and they don't quite match, could you get together easily for
Oh,
an
sure.
album?
Because what I would do is I'd just follow him, see? I wouldn't give him any problem. I'd just say, hey, you want to record it like that? Let's do it.
Oh, there you go.
Would that
That's
work?
nice.
Would that work, Killer?
No.
No? Okay, all right. All right, we're getting everything down. Hey, listen, before we take a break, we got to tell you that...
I'm doing my business with Carrie, so.
Okay, listen, we'll get to this in just a minute, but I do want to tell you the Killer's autobiography is on the way out. We'll tell you more about it. We got to take a short break, and then we'll return with Mickey, Gilley, and special guests in a minute. Here's what...
Oh, Mickey. Are you and Kenny Rogers pretty good buddies from having the business in Branson?
Well, I've known him quite some times. In 1959 is when I did the song, Is It Wrong for Loving You? And
That's what he was talking
I
about.
recorded for his brother Leland, and he was working with the Bobby Doyle Trio. And Kenny played the old stand-up bass. Some people call it the bull bass or whatever, but he played bass, and that was the way I met him.
Was he pretty good?
Oh, Kenny's good at everything he does.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes,
Well, I
he
tell you
is.
what, we looked long and hard. We can't find anybody to say a bad word about you, Mickey Gilley.
Well, I hope.
No. Maybe we should just
listen.
look harder, huh?
Hey, listen, we want to bring on another dear friend of yours, close buddy of yours for a long time, and he's picked out a song called A Natural Man, and the reason he wanted to perform this was because he feels like you are just a natural guy, just a natural kind of fellow, and that's one of the big compliments I think anybody can pay somebody. And this comes from four-time Grammy winner, thrilled to have him in town. Here is Lou Rawls.
You know, there was a time if somebody told you to do something, boy, you did it. Bam! Right on. And there were no questions asked. It was just, sir, and yes, ma'am, you never said no. Oh, but things are changing, folks. Yeah, because it's a new day. And folks now want to take their lives into their own hands and make their own choices. No longer do they want to go along with the program because everybody else says right. You know what I mean? Nowadays, different strokes for different folks. Or you do your thing and I'll do mine. I won't get in your way, and if you smart, got any sense at all, you won't get in mine. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. I don't want no gold watch for working 50 years from 9 to 5. While my boss is guzzling champagne and I'm belting beer in some dive. 'Cause I wanna be happy and free, living and loving for me. I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me like a natural man. Just like a natural man. I refuse to listen to the people when they say I live too high. I want to taste it now before my one life streaks on by. I want to be happy and free, living and loving for me. I want to be.
Welcome to Nashville. Thrilled to have you as a special guest. I'm curious. I know the two of you have known each other a long time. How'd you get together as buddies?
Well, I guess through the Brokaws.
Sandy.
Yeah,
Sandy
David.
and David.
Sandy and David.
Yeah. And then I hung out with him at Palomino.
Yeah.
Remember that?
And you hung out at Gilley's a little bit,
I
too.
rode the bull.
You rode the bull?
Yeah,
How'd you do?
I rode the bull.
Let me tell you something else, too. He shot the bull, too.
It was fun, though, you know.
Oh, I know.
But Lou has a telethon that I participated in
Yes.
for a couple of times.
And I do a telethon for the United Negro College Fund.
Certainly.
And Mickey's been on a couple of times with me. I keep trying to get him back, but Bramson got him locked down.
No, they got him in there, don't they?
He won't go across the street, you know.
Well, let me ask you this. Knowing each other for so long, what is it that you like so much about each other? Lou, what do you like about Mickey as a person?
Well, he's a straight-ahead dude. I mean, you know, he takes care of business, and he doesn't come up with the you know, that, what could you say, country and western, you know, you know,
Star attitude.
please. Right, having the opportunity to go to his place in Pasadena was quite an experience. You know, I had seen the movie before I went there, so I said, I gotta go see this place. I mean, this has gotta be this is a movie set, they had to make this up. But it was real. I tell you, you were talking about, I was listening to you talking about what it did for country music. I tell you what it really did something for country and western clothing. Because people I'm telling you, people started wearing country and western clothes that had never even seen them before, other than movies.
You're right.
All of a sudden you had dudes in New York and Chicago walking around talking, ow, ow. Because them boots was giving them a fit, you know?
Yeah.
But they were trying to be hip,
Well, you know what used to drive me up the wall was the fact that I would wear sort of like a designer jean, very nice crease with the boots and the whole bit and a jacket. And some of these places we'd go into, especially I got into it in Canada, they wouldn't let me in a club because of jeans. And you had some guy walked in, it was had a pair of gabardine pants on, it was wrinkled like the Kingdom Come, so to speak.
Right.
And they said, come on in.
Yeah.
And I was upset, it upset me quite a few times back when trying to go to some of the clubs because...
Well, you know, you started that designer jean craze, too. You know that? It's your fault, man. That's why jeans started costing $100. It used to cost $25. Yeah, it was. It's true, man.
Hey, now wait a minute. Was there ever a dress code of any sort at Gilley's?
No, you could wear anything
No,
in
that's,
there.
that's what I mean.
And there was some of them that wore nothing.
Oh, I
We don't want to talk about
I mean,
that.
how do you think Ray Stevens come up with the streak?
Now, Lou, did you ever get into the jeans and the cowboy boots and all that?
Well, you know something? I've got about 5 pair of cowboy boots, but I got to tell you, like I said, them people in Chicago and New York, I'm from Chicago, right? And I could not stand the owls because it hurt. Ow, ow. You know, your toes be talking about, you lost your mind, sucker. What you doing walking around on your toes? You know, so I wear, you know, the jeans and the shirts. I mean, see, I was into the shirts because I met this guy, Charlie Smith, who was 135 years old, down in Florida, and I asked him what did he want. He said he wanted some cowboy shirts. So I bought some of your shirts and sent to him. Matter of fact, I called Gilley's and asked him to send them to him. They said it would only cost me a couple of $100,000. So I went to what was the name of the place?
He wanted the
Gap.
snaps.
Yeah, he wanted. Yeah,
He
that
wanted
was
the snaps. So see, when you get really excited, you know, you see a nice looking, when you get really excited, you just go.
Oh, yeah? He was too old to do that. He was,
You never know.
But the nurses said that, you know, whenever they'd come in the room, they'd have to come in twos, because he would want to be touching and feeling. I said 135 years, he knew the right places to touch and feel.
Hey, listen, by the way, Lou, did the two of you ever play football as kids?
Football?
Goes back to the other story, Mick.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't big enough to play football.
And I wasn't either really, but I enjoyed the game, but I was too
Yeah.
small. I couldn't stand the pain.
Really?
Somebody hit me, and I mean, I was out of it.
You learned early.
I tried to play in junior high school, and the first game I got hit, and my ankle said pop, and I said, that's it.
You
So I
gotta be
took
tough.
my stuff home.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be tough to play that game.
Well, now, isn't it true your entrance into music was much the same as Jerry Lee's and Mickey's? You started in church,
Yes.
didn't you? as a little boy?
Yes, well, you know something? A lot of people don't realize that most of the performers, singers, I say, from our era, I guess you want to say that because that's what's happening, came out of the church, you know. Because one thing about the singing in the church, it gave you a good ear. You could, you know, hear because you had to find your place. You know, if you were baritone or if you were tenor or bass, you had to find your place within the structure of the music. And that kept you, you know, tone, well, not say, you know, it really kept your tonalities good. Because a lot of people get in the business, they're tone deaf. You know, they can't even find out where you know, you're supposed to say, oh, and they say, oh, you know, that kind of stuff. So church is good. That's a good place to start. That's a good place to learn.
Yeah, well, speaking of learning, now the two of you do different types of music, of course, but can you look at each other and watch each other perform, pick up some pointers? If so, what have you picked up from
Yes.
Lou Rawls and vice versa here?
I think that Lou is a great singer, and I've never thought of myself as being a great singer. I've always been a honky-tonk piano player, you know, that tried to project honky-tonk music. And Lou's got a tremendous voice. I don't have 4 Grammys.
But you got a lot of money, man. You know, as far as picking up stuff, I listen to. See, in Chicago, there used to be a station here. Well, I don't know if it probably still is. We used to pick up late at night. It was a Clear Channel radio station. They played all the country and western stuff.
Like that's WSN?
Yeah,
sure.
and we used to listen to it late at night. And so I picked up a lot from country music. Because see, one thing about country music and blues, see, what people don't take into consideration, they both tell the story. They tell a story that everybody can relate to.
Absolutely
like
correct.
Hello Walls, or that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Well, hey, a blues singer can relate to that. Hello Walls, I'm sitting in my room all by myself with a bottle of booze and don't know what else to do. Same thing. Hello Walls, I'm sitting here by myself. But no, I've actually recorded some country songs. Of course, they didn't come out country, but
Something happened along the way to the studio. huh?
somewhere along the way they got sidetracked. But
Well, we're going to find out because a little later in the show, I know, Lou, that you're going to do one of Mickey's #1 hits, and we'll see how it comes out.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it'll come out good.
Can you do that?
that's quite a story behind that song too.
indeed.
But yeah, anyway, yes.
So
All
that's
right.
coming up later with Lou Rawls and Mickey Gilley. Glad both of you are here. This is fun. Fun night today. Of course, our special tribute to Mickey Gilley continues in just a few minutes when we come back.
First of all, tonight's show is brought to you by Kelly. Long cussing, carrying on, doing everything, but I'm man enough to admit it. I'm a rock and roll singer. And I mean, he goes on and he really talks very candidly about his life. It's known as the baddest rock memoir ever, and indeed, it's called The Killer. So be looking for that in the bookstores pretty soon.
Well, just a few minutes ago, I was talking to Mickey about the fact that he and Jerry Lee seem to get along so well together. And he says, that's because I know how to stay out of Jerry Lee's way.
Yeah.
He says, Jerry Lee has his own way of doing things, and Mickey just kind of fits in there, and they make a good pair. don't
But you
they?
can tell there's a lot of respect between the two when they're up here. A lot of respect for this man's music, and what we thought we'd get Mickey to do here is put together a medley of 3 big songs. I think you'll recognize them all, starting with one of my favorites. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mickey Gilley.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Darling, I love the things you say. Talk to me. Talk to me in your own sweet, gentle way. Let me hear. Tell me, dear, tell me you love me so. Talk to me, talk to me. Tell me what I wanna know. Many ways you speak of love, well, I've heard before. But honey, you know it sounds so good every time. Please say the parts that I love just once more. Darling, I'm so glad you're mine. Talk to me. Talk to me. Hold me close and whisper low. Talk to me, darling, can't you see? Baby, I love you so. Talk to me, talk to me, darling, 'cause I love you so. Yes, I do, honey. Thank you. Pardon me, I don't mean to waste your time. I just need someone to talk to. You don't mind. Well, I fought the loneliness, but tonight I guess I'm just too weak to fight. I can take the lonely days, but I can't take these lonely nights. Well, I thought that I was strong, but the nights can be so long when you need a friend. Ah, but maybe we can find a little peace of mind before the morning comes again. So pardon me if it seems I'm holding on. 'Cause letting go just isn't easy when you're sleeping all alone. Let's forget about tomorrow. Big steal to borrow. Just a little time. 'Cause I can take the lonely days, but I can't take these lonely nights. I can take the lonely days, but I can't take these lonely nights. Every now and then, someone comes to you, and somehow you know a dream has just come true. Well, here it is, baby, what I'm trying to say. Here I am, darling, you can put your dreams away. Put your dreams away. Put your dreams away, rest them on my shoulder. Darling, the search is over. If you want to love that's here to stay, you can put your dreams away. Dreams away. Put your dreams away.
Oh, okay. Mickey, I want to thank you for being my buddy. I'm just kidding. I want to thank you for being my friend throughout the years. You've been a good one. You've entertained a lot of people, and you've done a great job of it. I'm proud to call you my buddy.
Thank you, Moss.
Well, here's the deal. Mickey Gilley and Jerry Lee Lewis played a lot of piano together as kids. Of course, they both grew up, musically went their own way. So these days, it's a very special treat whenever they get to perform together, which is not very often.
Yeah, no, it's fun to watch them because check out the eye contact. That's how they know where they're going with this one, because they are rocking my life away. Jerry Lee Lewis and Mickey Gilley together. Here we go.
1495, 1498, I threw a rock and roll party on my last birthday, and it was good. Hey, rocking my life away. I've been a rocking and a rolling, moving both night and day. All right, Jerry.
Got a gal called Nellie, she chili pepper hot. She knows how to roll the killer, he know how to rockin' and rockin', baby. Rockin' my life away. My name is Jerry Lee Lewis, and I'm turned to a hell today.
Wait, Jerry. Woo! Little guitar. Woo!
Rock and roll. Oh, my heart was the nose, it was a mingle, I'm a muppet, jumping, thinking on, shaking on the thinking, I'm a rocking and a rolling and a bugging my life away. Hey, I'm just moving and grooving, boogie, boogie both night and day. Hey, Big Ear.
Come on, little baby, you know what I mean. I love the way that you shake that thing, and I'm rocking, rocking my life away. I've been rocking and rolling, rocking both night and day. Yeah.
Here's the lineup for this weekend's Grand Ole Opry Live on TNN. Mike Snyder, Claire Lynch, the Nashville Bluegrass Band, and the Osborne Brothers. All this weekend on TNN's Grand Ole Opry Live. The Opry celebrating its 70th anniversary this year. Our special tribute to Mickey Gilley continues with Lou Rawls and more Jerry Lee Lewis next on Music City Tonight. Hey, Fox.
Okay, we told you that Lou Rawls is going to do the song called Bring It On Home to Me, and there is an interesting story behind it. Sam Cooke originally had the hit, and there was this other voice on the record with Sam's, and the musical trivia question always was, who is this other voice? Turns out it was Lou Rawls, because Sam and Lou had been high school friends or so forth, and he just came in on the session, didn't get paid for it or anything, and so it's kind of been one of those things that people question, but it is the man, it is
Now
Lou
you know.
Rawls.
This is one of those great songs that they record in just about every field of music, and it's a big hit, including
Yeah.
Mickey Gilley in 1976. Bring It On Home to Me again, the great Lou Rawls.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I laughed when you left me, but now I know I only hurt myself. So, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bring it home. You know I tried to treat you right, but you stayed out both day and night. Oh, honey, bring it to me. bring your sweet loving, bring it on home to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll give you jewelry and money too. Now that ain't all I'll do for you. So, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I will be your slave until I'm buried, laid down in my grave. Oh, honey, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bring it on home to me.
Oh, yeah. I know. Hey, by the way, look for Lou Rawls on a new television series this fall called Baywatch Nights. It's the spinoff of the Baywatch TV series, and he plays, appropriately enough, a blues nightclub owner where all the characters like to go hang out.
Is he gonna wear Speedos and all those little,
Tune
everybody
in.
else does.
Tune in and find out.
No, but seriously, that song did it. I feel like dancing now.
Yeah, you really?
You wanna slow dance with me?
No, I got to intro this next song here. I got
I hate it when he rejects me.
No, wait a minute. I got a great story for you about.
What?
I did an interview with Jerry Lee Lewis a few years back, and one of the things he told me about, he was kicked out of Bible school down in Texas when he was like 17 years old. Now, there's a reason for that. All the hymns that they were asked to perform, and Jerry Lee was working the piano there, all the hymns they were asked to perform, well, he thought they were just too slow. So he boogie-woogied them up just a little bit, and they politely asked him to leave. And it just so happens that one of the songs that he boogie-woogied up is what he's got scheduled to play here tonight.
Well, I mean, the thing is that he always said that he felt the songs differently than the traditional arrangement. So when he got on the piano and all, he just had to do it from the heart, and this is how it came
The
out.
true emotional style, Jerry Lee Lewis style. This is My God Is Real. Jerry Lee Lewis.
Thank you. There are some things I may not know. There are some places Jerry Lee can't go. But there's one thing I surely know. I know my God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. Yes, God is real. Yes, God is real. He's so real in my soul. Real in my soul. For He has watched and He's made me pure and whole. His love for me is like pure gold. I know my God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. I know one thing, when I got saved, in a little Assembly of God church, Faraday, Louisiana, in my younger days. But time has flown by. Me and old Mickey is not quite as young as we used to be. But I believe God is real, for I can feel Him in my soul. My God is real. Yes, God is real. He's real in my soul. Real in my soul. For He has washed and He's made me
like his version.
I did too, but it got him bounced out, huh?
I know. Okay, we have more music from Mickey Gilley when we return. First of all, tonight's show is brought to you by Kissimmee St. Cloud. See Walt Disney World the affordable way.
Stay in Kissimmee St. Cloud and take advantage of terrific savings during the great fall-winter getaway. We have the band playing where something is going on. We have a quick story to tell you about this song. When Mickey Gilley first recorded Room Full of Roses, actually that was the B-side. The A-side was the song you're about to hear. The A-side was supposed to be the hit. The people who programmed the jukeboxes and the radio DJs actually picked up on Room Full of Roses, and that's what gave him his start. He thought this other song would be the big one for him.
Well, see, he got a shock and a surprise at the same time, a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
And this is the song we're talking about, She Called Me Baby. One more time, Mickey Gilley.
She called me baby, baby, all night long. She used to hold and kiss me till the dawn. Then one day I woke and she was gone. There's no more baby, baby, all night long. She called me baby, baby, all night long. It's the way all my tears when things went wrong. Now each night in dreams like a song, I still hear baby, baby, all night long. She called me baby, baby, all night long. She kissed away all my tears when things went wrong. Now each night in dreams, just like a song, I still hear baby, baby, all night long. I still hear baby, baby, all night long.
When I got rid of my...
What you wanted to say about My God Is Real, about the song you just did?
Yes, I kicked it off in the wrong key, 5 octaves down, and I wanted to introduce my son, Lee, and a good friend of mine, Jay Brown, who used to work with me and play bass fiddle. Trying to get it all in. Mickey, don't get upset.
Okay.
But you did well.
This is Lee.
There's Lee.
Yeah.
I don't say us on the film. Are you conning me, baby?
Right up there.
Not
Right,
conning
okay.
you. You did it well.
Don't do me that way.
I won't do you that way, baby.
All right, now this has been a big night for our good buddy Mickey Gilley, and we certainly appreciate all our special guests being here. And we won't, can we do something with just one special? I know this is just for you. One little line, okay? One little line. Let it rip.
You'll never find.
You knew that was coming, didn't you? Folks, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. So long.